Hello everyone, it is Simtastic for Real here, and I'm back with another speed build, and this time we are doing the Black Widow's mini mansion. So this is going to be Annabeth's new home, and it's for the Black Widow challenge that I'm doing on my channel. And I got a request from someone in the last part saying that they wouldn't mind seeing Annabeth move, so I decided to renovate one of the base game builds that were already in the game. And so I was just doing a renovation, not a build from the ground up, which usually takes a little less time. However, this renovation took me about 4 hours, I would think. So, all said and done. However, all 4 hours is not in the footage. I did cut some things out. I think it has like 7 or 8 bedrooms in it. So, I cut out a lot of the bedrooms. I did do the master bedroom, which you will see on the recording, and all of the other common rooms, like the living rooms and stuff like that. I think I did end up recording. I think there might be some things missing because it is, kind of repetitive decorations and things like that. And we are going to use the new pond tool that came with the update before the expansion pack, this new expansion pack that we just got. So I don't have the expansion pack, but the pond tool is pretty cool. So, and it was a base game update. So if you have base game, you'll get the pond tool, and you can put ducks and swans and anything really, well, ducks, swans, tadpoles. There's some like bugs and stuff that you can put around the pond, which is kind of cool. And they will only generate in when you're in like live mode. So when you are in build mode, they're just kind of little stamps that you put on the pond. So that's kind of neat that they added that. I'm really glad that they added ducks and swans and things. And I did put swans in this pond originally, but I ended up changing it off camera, and I put ducks instead. So right now I'm just getting the roof done. I am not thrilled about the roof that I did, but I don't know. I get like really like, so when I'm recording a build, I get kind of nervous about the recording, and I kind of don't do the camera movements that I usually do because I know that I'm recording. And so I may end up fixing the roof once we're in gameplay and in like maybe in between parts or something, and fix it the way, just to make it a little bit more fancy. But yeah, I did this renovation because I really liked the house and I like where it was placed, but the base game houses are, they're just basic houses just because not everyone has powerful computer systems that are playing The Sims, and so they don't really want to add a whole lot to the builds so that it takes a really long time for people to load. So I'm just kind of, sprucing it up a little bit and making it into Annabeth's style. Make sure that I get all of the things I want in the house. And I thought what we could do is in between parts or something, I could do it off camera, but I really want to get like a self-portrait of her. So I want someone to just kind of like take a photo of her or something, and I kind of want to blow them up and put them around her home, like her doing different poses or something, because I feel like that's what Annabeth would want. She'd want a lot of pictures of herself because yeah, she's very into the vanity. So I just thought that that might be interesting to do. So I did leave some walls empty and things like that because I thought that might be fun to put some self portraits of her around the house, because I feel like she would just do that. That's something that she would do. And now that she's got a lot of money and she can afford like a house like this, why not make it super fancy and more of her style than when she's living in the apartment. She doesn't really have a whole lot of room to make her style and everything. And right here we are using the new pond tool, And I have to say, I've used it. This is my third time using it. I'm just trying to get used to it. And I really, really enjoy it. I'm so glad that they added that into the game because I used to have to go and get the ones that were placed around the world and put that in the games, like near the houses. But it's nice that we can actually build our own now. I really like that. So I'm just putting some greenery around I'm going to be putting some greenery around the pond. And I don't think that that footage of that is complete because it just took me a really long time and it was very repetitive. I just had to keep placing the same flowers and grass and bushes and stuff just around the pond just to make it look a little bit better. So it's just not it's just not a like open water right there. So yeah, and then I added a pool. Annabeth has not had a pool yet, so I thought that might be an interesting thing for her to have. I feel like when you have a pool, you're pretty rich. So especially one like I tried to make it a kind of a cool design. And like I said, I may change that eventually to fit her needs better. I don't know. We'll see. But I tried to make it kind of a cool design. And I wanted to put a fence around it because I think, that's good to have a fence around your pools. And yeah, just trying to figure out how it was going to fit here. Yeah, I'm just trying to get the basic layout of the house that I want. I did change it quite a bit and changed it up, like I said, just to fit Annabeth a little bit more. And I would say this is like a mini mansion, so it's not a full mansion, but maybe eventually we can do a full mansion and I can just build it from the ground up. But I thought for time's sake, and I still wanted to record some parts coming up and not do like a 3-part build series, which I feel like if I build an actual mansion, it will be 3 parts because it takes me a really long time to build mansions and furnish it and decorate it and everything like that. So, yep, so see, I'm just placing the plants and stuff that they already had in the build just around the pond. And so it is repetitive. And I'm pretty sure Annabeth is going to be able to move into this right away. I don't think she's going to have to get any more money. Because I think by the time I was done, it was just over 200,000 simoleons. So, and I think wrapped up in that apartment, she has like over 300,000 simoleons. So, yeah. So I think she'll just be able to move right in, which will be nice. So I'm thinking the next part that we do, she'll be able to move into this house. So, well, at least that's my plan, anyways. And if you haven't seen the latest part of the Black Widow challenge, I do suggest you go check it out. It's pretty interesting. It took me a while to do that part. There was a lot of things that I had to do for that part. So, and I don't want to give it away too much, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. So, yeah, I'm just trying to get I want to get like some outside patios going on, so I'm just trying to pick the colors. And yeah, it takes me a while to do this. And I was going to put this video at 4 times speed, but with all the camera movements and going around the whole mansion, it was just like, it was too much. It was too many camera movements and was making me dizzy when I was watching back the footage. So unfortunately, slowing down the footage means that this video is a little bit longer than what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be about 25 minutes, but when I went from 4 speed to 3, it ended up being longer. And then when I was kind of looking at the pond when I was doing it, like placing things around it, I was like, wow, that looks like a little heart, which was totally by by accident. But it does look like kind of like a little heart. And I think that's so fitting for this challenge because she has to marry a bunch of people. So, and we are in Oasis Springs, which will be fun to play with because for winter and stuff, it doesn't snow and it does get cold, but it's usually like warmer winters. So I thought that that would be fun for Annabeth so she can do a lot more stuff outdoors. I mean, not like we really played too much with winter in the apartments, but just for a change, have her in warmer weather. Okay, so then we jumped to the kitchen because I had to do a lot of stuff outside. And so I just kind of did it. And you'll see, if you can't see it in the footage while I'm in the house, you'll definitely see it after the footage when I do the screenshots. So right now we're just going to be decorating the kitchen. And that took me a while because I was like trying to figure out where I wanted everything to be placed. And I did find that little pig, the little pig statue that has the red like chef's costume on, and I thought that would be really cute to have in the kitchen. And I am going to just right off the bat say Annabeth's favorite colors are black and red because she, well, decorating the houses for her, decorating the apartments for her, I just gravitate towards those colors for her so much because I just think she's really into like those, you know, the blacks and the reds. I really think that that's what she's into. She thinks it looks classy, and I have to say though, I mean, it really does look pretty classy. You know, when I'm building stuff, I'm like, oh, wow, I do kind of like the blacks and the reds too. So I think, yeah, I think that's what she would like. And now this is going to be her first house that she can actually afford, and she's paying for it without, you know, really. I mean, Jean Philippe's bank account didn't hurt, but I think she would have been able to afford it even with Thiago's bank account, whatever he brought in. So, and I'm not going to say that she's doing this all on her own because she's basically just marrying men and then getting their money. So she's not doing it all on her own. There is going to be a basement in this house. However, I didn't film what I put down there because I kind of want it to be a surprise for the next part. Or actually, maybe the part after the next one. Because I think we're going to spend the next part a lot in her apartment. And then we'll move into this house probably at the end. But there's going to be kind of a surprise in the basement. So in the part after the next part, you'll be able to see what's in the basement and I'll show it off. But I didn't want to ruin the surprise or anything, so I left that part out. So just as a, you know, person that's viewing this, it's just going to be a nice little mini mansion. And here I was just going to put like a little round table in so they could have kind of, well, it's not really little, but a round table in so that they could have kind of like a breakfast nook area. And then they have a actual formal dining room that they can host parties in and everything. So I think this is going to be a really fun house to play in for the next few parts. And then if we want to move again, we can move it again. Or if we want to stay in here, we can stay in here. I know there, like I said in the last part, I know there are people that are really invested in Annabeth's character. I am too, but I also, you know, I want to have other people, you know, put their input too of what needs to happen and what should happen to her. So, yeah, and then this custom content couch I love. I think it came with the Simkia pack that came out, and it's a custom content pack. But I really love it. I love that couch because you can just like move it around and make it into an L-shaped couch and make a bigger couch, and I think it just looks kind of fancy. So, yep, and she's going for red and white in the entry room. This is going to be more of a formal living room where they can talk or host parties or, you know, whatever they want to do. So, And I figured this was going to be kind of like an older house that she had renovated to her needs and to her liking. So I don't know, I just thought that might be a fun storyline to go with. So at the very end of the footage, I don't know if I got this on camera, but I did place around some heaters that came with the vampire pack. So they're like little wall heater type things that go in like older houses. I can't think of what they're called. Radiators? Might be radiators. I know my grandmother used to have them in her house, and her house is an older house, and they get really hot when you touch them. Because I remember doing that when I was little. I would just touch one, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's really hot. Burn my fingers. But I just thought that this house might be suiting, you know, kind of be like an older home that she saw and she just fell in love with, and she had to have it, and she needed, someone to go in and renovate it for her, but they still kept the heaters because that's what heats the house. So yeah, so just thought that might be cool. And then I do like these candles that also came. They're a custom content candle, and it's so small that you can kind of move it around the table. The ones that came with the games, they aren't so small, they take up the whole table, so you can't really put other things on the tables, on the side tables. And then just putting some men's shoes in, because I feel like she would have a lot of, the men needed a place where they could put their shoes. And so I don't know. I just thought that might be a fun clutter piece, that she just has men's shoes at the door and not women's shoes. I don't know. I just kind of chuckled when I was placing those, because I was like, that would totally be her. She would just have men's shoes at the door, and she would be like, my shoes go up in my closet where I have like all of my shoes displayed, but the men's shoes can just go down near the door because I don't care about that. So, and then I was gonna place these like crates, but they didn't really go with the aesthetic of the room, so I think eventually I just get rid of them. Like, I don't know if I really like the way they look. They kind of look like a country home, and this isn't really a country home. This is going to be more of, like I said, like an older home, but made into kind of a modern-ish home. So I think eventually, yeah, I think I just put in like just a bench seat. So whoever the man is that has their shoes at the door can sit there and put their shoes on. Yeah. So whites, blacks, and reds, I think, is going to be her favorite combo. And then just putting a little kitty wand in for little Winifred. And I think we put a little house here that she can go in and sleep in. And I hope she sleeps in her house now that she's an adult cat. Because I know when she was a kitty, she would just like sleep on the floor, and I felt so bad. And then I just thought she'd have a lot of artwork, especially stuff from like the City Life pack, City Living pack, because that's where she is currently, and I think she would incorporate those things into her new home. And now, oh, and I did do the dining room off camera too. And I thought it was recording, and then I realized it wasn't. But you'll see it in the screenshots. Really nice. It's got a red walls, and blacks and whites again. And then I think I did one bathroom on camera, but then the rest of the bathrooms I didn't put on camera because it's just repetitive. I mean, shower, toilet, sink, and towel, and hand towel. So it's just repetitive and a little bit of greenery. That's usually what I do in my bathroom. So, yep. And then just getting the paint in and some lights. And so, see, it has like kind of a modern feel because it has those little ceiling track lights in it. So it's going to be kind of modern, but then still keeping with like the older feel in some of the light fixtures. So, yeah. And yeah, just putting in some more wall lights so we can like light up that hallway a little bit more. And then, yep, red and blacks and stuff. And I thought, I was like, wow, the carpet that they put in here that's perfect. It's got all the colors that Annabeth likes. And yeah. And then, yeah, I think I've just kind of mixtured the chairs and the couch, so it's going to be red and black. And then a nice coffee table. And then this is going to be where they have like their TV and stuff, so they can go in and watch some TV. And then, like I said, that entryway one is going to be their formal living room where it's just going to be reading or listening to music, entertaining in there. This one's going to be more like the family room that they have. And yeah, picture. And I love those architect pictures. I think they came with the base game. I didn't quite see the icon there, but I'm pretty sure it came with the base game. And I love, I mean, those architecture photos. I put those in all of the houses that I do because they really are great. In this one, I was just gonna try and not use so much custom content, but I just couldn't help myself. So, and I don't know if you heard that, but a little bit of ice clanging, but I was just drinking some water, trying to stay hydrated. And then tissue box, and then yeah, I just love having the remote on the coffee table, and that's a custom content piece. I don't know, it just looks more realistic to have a remote on the coffee table. And then I was like running out of ideas. I was like, what else can I put on the coffee table? Some magazines. And then, yeah, my new favorite thing I think is putting shelves underneath the TVs, and then you can just kind of place things on them. And I thought Annabeth would so have a statue of little Winifred on a stand because she loves that cat. She hates Thiago, but she loves that cat that he got her. So, and little Winifred is gonna have so many things in this house. She's got like I think two scratch posts, two scratch posts, and then two house type things where she can scratch and play, and she's living it up, living her best life in Annabeth's home. So yeah, she definitely that's her favorite cat because she didn't really have very many pets growing up, I don't think. So now that she finally got her little kitten, she's just over the moon excited to have little Winifred. And so it doesn't have the green eyes like Winifred, but I think, you know, she definitely found that statue somewhere, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I need this. It looks just like my little Winifred." um, and yeah, so now she's an adult. She's gonna have tons of guest rooms, which I don't know what you do with tons of guest rooms, but and then I also made kind of like a little butler wing, so I thought that might be fun to well, not butler wing, but just a little butler room. So I thought it might be fun to play around and maybe have a butler because she is in this huge house now and she needs someone to cook and clean because she's like, I'm not doing that. I have this big house now and I'm going to hire someone to do that for me. So yeah, I just kind of was playing around with the floor plan up here and trying to figure out where I wanted everything to go. And I swear, if I left all of the footage in from building this house, it would probably be like 45 minutes long with the speed up. Uh, yeah, because it took me a really long time to furnish all of the rooms and everything. I just kind of was like, wow, this is a big house. I didn't think that this was such a big house when I first went in there. But I did, when I was renovating, I did pull out some of the walls and make some longer little corridors and stuff just because, I mean, why not? So, kind of did that to myself. So, and then I was like, I really want to make kind of a walk-in closet area first and then make a bathroom in the master bedroom because I think that looks really bougie. So that's really what I wanted to do. And I don't know if I'm really in love with the floorboards that I put. We may lighten them up a little bit, but for right now, they kind of go with the house. So we'll see. Maybe I'll just keep it. I don't know. And then I was like, this bathroom is just not going to do. I need to get rid of this bathroom. So that's what I ended up doing. Because I was like, there's like 5 bathrooms so close together. So, yeah, and then just putting lights in, because sometimes I do that. I just kind of sporadically place them just so I can see, because it is kind of dark. This house didn't really have a whole lot of light to begin with in it, and I added a lot more windows than what they had, but it still was pretty dark. Yeah, I think I should have done this floor plan off camera because I don't know how boring this is to everyone. Especially where it's going at a lower speed. I think we jump pretty soon to probably the master bedroom because I think I just kind of figure out the other bedrooms off camera. Yeah. Because I mean, it's got like 1, 2, 3, like 6 bedrooms. Oh my gosh, that's a big house. And I think I make one of the bedrooms into a study too. So, because I was like, that is way too many bedrooms and they need a study. Annabeth needs a little study where she can go up and play on the computer and read books and look stuff up. And, I mean, she's got all of these rooms. Why not? Okay, so yeah, those little radiators that are in the master bedroom right now, that's what I placed in. So I guess I didn't do it on camera. I just kind of did it off camera, but I just thought that they would just add a little bit extra to the home. And we brought back in her white rug that she has in her apartment, so we'll just pretend that she moved in with her rug, and because she loves that rug, it looks nice and fluffy. So, and yeah, just adding some side tables and yeah, trying to figure out what lights I want. I really wanted kind of like bougie-ish lights. And so I found those red ones with the black and I was like, perfect. Her favorite colors. It might be too much red and black, but I really don't care. I just went with it and started running with it. And yeah, it might just look like too much, but oh well. And then, yeah, some city living paintings because I thought, yeah, she will definitely go for some city living paintings. And yeah, some more, yeah, radiators everywhere. And then this is going to be her office. And in the end, I think it came out okay. I may change it up a little bit once we move in, place in some like different pictures and stuff, but you just never know. For right now, it was good, so. And then the room behind the study is the little butler room. So it's got a single bed in there and some books and stuff so that he doesn't come, or she doesn't come down and bother everyone. She can just stay up, or he can just stay up there and just hang out in his room or her room. I'm not sure which one we will get yet because I haven't had her hire a butler yet, but. And then, yeah, trying to place some pictures in the study. And then I was like, should we do a laptop? And I was like, no. I think she's going to want an actual computer, so we do change that eventually. And then I'm just trying to place some clutter items on the desk here. And I did end up going with a magazine of Bella Goth. And I feel like Annabeth would really look up to Bella Goth. And she's totally a celebrity in Annabeth's eyes and everything she aspires to be. Just a classy, strong woman. And so I think that's what Annabeth really, looks up to. And if any of you don't know who Bella Goth is a townie, and she has been in The Sims since Sims 1. So she is kind of a Sims celebrity. Everyone basically knows her in the Sims community, so there's no way you can miss her in the game. And I really like that picture that came with the university. It's just kind of an old castle, and I just thought that, Annabeth would probably, love that in her office. Placing some curtains in the office, some classy curtains, and like I said, I did leave quite a few empty walls in this house because, like I said, I want Annabeth's picture to be front and center everywhere. So I really want that to happen. And yeah, just finishing up the office and finishing up putting some paintings on the walls and everything. And I think we will be going into the screenshots fairly soon. I did end up putting her wine pictures back down in the kitchen because I think she would take that from the apartment that she's in because she loves her wine. Every time she goes out, that's all she gets is wine. So I did place the red wine in the kitchen, the red wine pictures, because they do have white wine in different colors and red wine, and I just was like, oh, why wouldn't she would just totally have red, because that's her go-to drink. And then just trying to add some more expensive photos to the home because she is materialistic, so I think she would definitely go for that. Some nice pricey pictures, and then there's the wine pictures. So and yeah, just placing some more things for the kitty. All right, everyone, so we're going to be going into the screenshots very shortly, and I hope you all enjoyed this renovation for our Black Widow, Annabeth, and I will talk to you all in the next video.